Hey guys, and welcome back again to me, Ben, playing Skylines today in my city of Springvalley. So, you won't believe it probably if I'm telling you, but this is the third recording now for the same episode. Reason is, like for the first recording, I kind of did a couple of things not as well as I wanted it to be, so I considered to re-record my session, and with the last re-recording, actually, things didn't work out as I wanted it to be. So I recorded 2 more episodes yesterday without realizing that the sound isn't recording. So I was talking, recording hours of gameplay, which is a bit annoying because I realized just this morning that the whole recordings were without sound. So it's a little bit bad to having to redo it again, but at least I do have quite a good plan here. So for this episode, I will concentrate about rearranging a couple of things here in my Forrest Industry. The other thing is I want to move my service area to over here, just to make sure that or at least to over here. I don't want to destroy this forest here, as long as I don't have to. And the other thing is I want to solve one issue with a specific bus stop and a bus lane here. And let me check out, I think there was nothing else actually for this episode, but one more thing. Exactly, I wanted to change this transitioning thing here to a little bit more reasonable layout here, because the transition I think still doesn't look as I would say perfect or as smooth as I wanted it to be. So just let me dive right into it by taking care of the bus stop first, because that's only a minor change here. And you can see like this bus stop here and that specific location was bothering me a lot, because obviously, like if you have 2 buses lining up here, it's always kind of difficult, and having 2 lanes for cars didn't improve a thing at all. So I want to change this to one specific layout, and let me just check so that I can grab the right one. That's probably a bit too wide, because I know that there is a smaller version of this one, and I think it's that one. So I'm going to switch lanes here. So I'm going to change that and even that here to a different thing. Then I also have to check whether my bus stops disappear, but no, they didn't. So that should significantly improve my possibilities the traffic flow in my city at that specific area, because then buses do have a dedicated lane, which is way more reasonable and way better in some occasions, to just give the buses enough room and space to navigate around the city. And the other thing I want to do now is I also want to improve like the density or the transition between that district, this one, and that one. And I just want to make sure that I'm not doing the wrong thing here. But I'll add in, obviously, as you can see, a couple more, like I'm filling out some of the empty spaces that still exist here, because that might help, or this not only might help, this will help improve my transition quite significantly. So I do want to change that. and I want to make this look more reasonable, to be honest. So that was a bit too big. I think I have to make a difference between like a commercial strip maybe until here and some more residential zonings here, but without that one. So I'm filling this up, that's fine. So I can let the game run now at a slightly or at the highest speed right now, and soon I think this will grow into a nice transitioning neighborhood here between Moore Park and Barlow District. So Moore Park is definitely the older of both districts, but yeah, knowing that Madison Park actually has to grow into a slightly bigger community to get this transitioning working properly, so I'm even increasing the density slightly over here, just giving the residentials a bit more room, and then it gets sparsely or less dense over there. So that's fine, that should be okay. And the other thing I want to focus on right now is my Forrest Industry, because I have to do, or at least I want to do, some changes here. I want to incorporate some changes here, and for that I'll just pause the game for now, and I'll be back for you in a couple of minutes. I'm doing some build here and I'm speeding things up for you, so please bear with me and stay tuned. So I'll be back for you. Thanks very much. So I think I changed everything according to my needs, at least currently. I'm wondering why this just broke, because there was like one other lockyard located here, which was helpful for the transition of the electricity actually in that place. So what I did here, a couple of things. So obviously I have to do water planning first. So just couple more seconds here. Just going to take care of that, and then I can explain to you what my intention behind this actually was. So first of all, in that situation, thank you to Ray again, one of my long time followers here on YouTube. He suggested that I might want to include some of the standard industries in my forestry industry district. So I decided to go for that, and it absolutely makes sense because it looks way more natural. And what I want to do now is I'm also setting up a few more trees here, just so that it looks more natural for a forest industry district. So I included one new district here, which is an industrial zone. It isn't an industrial zone, it's a standard zone here, but with a specialization to forest industry. So that should work with getting the right industry in here. The reason why I chose forestry industry is because I know that those are not causing any environmental damage, but they are still helpful for the overall industrial district here. So that's one thing I did. The other thing, I included 3 more log yards here because you can see like they are already piling up, and the log yards, they always seem to be full for whatever reason. But it's a good thing. Like, I'm producing paper, I'm producing furniture, a lot of other things here. So that's absolutely helpful. And yeah, so far I think it actually looks pretty nice here, because the traffic is way better than it was before. Also this was also one of the reasons why I moved some of the existing log yards to different locations. And it's about making sure that the traffic doesn't concentrate on one single spot here. So it looks slightly different now, but still I think very, very nice and very very good, to be honest. At least from my perspective it does. And the other thing I want to do now is I'm using the line tool here, but I'm increasing the spacing for those trees, and I want to kind of shield the forestry workers barracks from this highway, so that they get some peace with less noise. So hopefully that helps keeping them being interested working in this part of industrial town over here. The other thing is, let's take a look at the transitioning. Well, that's becoming a bit more reasonable. I still don't like those high rises here, but that's fine. I think things will even themselves out pretty quickly. There we do have an empty spot here. Yeah, but I think those residentials here, they will grow over time and get a bit bigger, so that the transitioning looks way better than before. And the next thing I'm going to focus on will be moving the service area from here to over there. And for this, I will need to do some rearranging and some reorganizing, so please again stay tuned. I'll be back for you in a couple of minutes, and I'm speeding things up for you now. Thanks a lot. So probably that's about it for now. I think the moving, or at least I hope the moving, did go almost well. And it went almost well. Just forgot to set up power, like a water connection here. So that's everything connected now. I'm wondering, we don't experience any power outages so far. Yeah, and I also want to, of course, provide you with a quick explanation of what I've been doing and why I've been doing this. So first of all, you can see I had like those recycling centers. They will always cause some kind of pollution, so I'm not able to change that. So this pollution that happened here is mainly based, not all of it, but mainly based on the recycling centers. I did have 4 water treatment plants, like the standard ones that you can find over here, 4 of them, inland water treatment plants. So I replaced them now with an eco-advanced inland water treatment plant. The reason is almost like zero pollution, if not zero pollution. I'm just going to check that so that I'm not providing you with any wrong information here. Yeah, the pollution is at like 7. Come on, this is like nothing, almost like nothing in City Skylines. So I'm very happy about this change. Then I also moved my 4 power plants here to the other side of my new service area, and now I think the only thing missing is my post sorting facility. I need to find a better spot for this, and probably this is not the right one, so no, I think I'm going to leave that for now, at least. Is there anything else like road maintenance depot? It doesn't really matter where this sits. As long as it's there, it keeps my roads up to date. And now I'm also deleting, which is not really good. But let me check and see what this is. Park maintenance building. Yeah, this can also be moved to a different location. Like over here, it can also sit on my collector. That's completely fine. So I'm connecting this back up here. That's fine. Yeah, so the reason why I did it is I want to get rid of that polluted part of soil here. Better sooner than later, because in the end I want to fill this up here, or most of it up with some more residential zones to just grow the thing. Maybe I'm going to expand Orchard Square or Sherry District. I'm not yet sure. Maybe Sherry District to over here, because I set up some policies that like things won't significantly improve there, small housing, whatnot. So it's all good. So that's up and running. And the other connection I wanted to make, or at least offer, and I'm going to use my dirt road for this, because it hopefully won't be frequented too much, as I want to sneak this dirt road to over here, and a nice and separate path here. And maybe I'm going to connect it up here, just so that trucks, if they need to, they can also go here and head to the future highway, or to the existing highway. Sorry, not the future one, of course. The other thing I'm just going to do is I'm moving things just ever so slightly to keep it a bit smoother here from a transitioning perspective. So that should work now. Hopefully I can sneak that in here. far from perfect, but it does its job. Yeah, so that should be fine. Just wondering, is there anything else I need to do now? Maybe I need to move this one because that's standing right in the middle on the highway. Okay, I moved it and now it vanished. All good, all fine. So that's okay with me. Just checking, yeah, trucks are able to leave, they are able to come in, so that's not a problem at all, or at least it won't be any. And over here we also need some, do I need some like fire coverage? We already have that. And then hopefully that's enough for transitioning the, yeah, that's fine. So a police station in this district, why not? Why not have it? And from there, I think I'm finished with this episode now. Just wondering, was there anything else I did? Just checking in on my industries here, my forest industry, but that's fine. Fine as well. I know that I changed at some point in time the road to a 4-lane, 2 lanes in each direction, but I think that's not needed right now. Yeah, it's filling up quickly. Absolutely. Ramasaki industry, yeah, it's producing some positive revenue here, which is good. So yeah, I'd like to close this episode now, and I also want to thank you for joining me again today in my city of Springvalley. With that transitioning, I'm actually quite happy because it looks more reasonable coming from this district to that one over here, and then finally merging into that one. So yeah, I'll continue my build with the next episode. I think in the next episode I want to focus on this stretch of land here. I want to create a natural reserve here and some residential zones, mixed residential with commercial, and a few offices, but all far away from high-rise, so all low-rise buildings. A huge like area for, oh, what is it called? It's called a, let me check because I don't remember. I'm very sorry for this. It's the natural reserve. There we go. The natural reserve part. I want to create one bigger one here to offer my citizens that live over here also some recreational options really close by. And yeah, I would like to thank you again for joining me this time in my episode here on my YouTube channel. If you haven't followed me yet, please consider doing that, because I obviously slowly want to grow my followers here. I'm anticipating the launch of City Skylines 2 pretty soon, like in October. I can't wait for it, honestly. I can't wait for it, but it's the way it is. Like I'm living with what I have right now. I'm playing City Skylines 1 until then, and I think I'm going to make a more or less hard switch between City Skylines 1 and City Skylines 2 as soon as City Skylines 2 comes out. And obviously I want to serve you with more tutorials, more insights, and my own approach to building cities in a way I like them. Obviously not everybody will, but if you do, please leave me a like, leave me a comment. I'm more than happy to answer those, and follow me on my channel here on YouTube. Thank you very much. Have a good rest of your day, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye bye.